Hello my dear students, I welcome you again to CMI's online classes. In today's class, we are going to start chapter 3 of our English grammar, nouns for the students of standard 6. In this class, we are going to understand many more things about nouns. Since this chapter is very familiar for all of us because we have been learning about nouns since we started learning English grammar from standard 1. So since standard 1, we have been learning about nouns in every class. So now we are in standard 6. So from 6 years, we have been learning and understanding nouns. But in every class, every year, we have come to know more about nouns. So this time also we are going to understand something more about nouns. So what are these something more about nouns? First, we will obviously understand nouns by its definition. Okay, so definitions we have to improve. So whatever definition we understood when we were in standard 1, now that definition has to be improved and used according to our standard. Understood? Now, after understanding the definition of nouns with examples, we have to understand classification of nouns. So, till now we have understood the classification of nouns only according to their names. But now in today's class we have to understand classification of nouns according to names as well as according to numbers and also according to genders. That means nouns can be classified, can be divided on various grounds. So what are those various aspects upon which we classify nouns into many kinds? So we will understand, we will learn the process of classifying nouns according to names, according to numbers and according to genders. And also at the end of the chapter, we will understand the cases of nouns. Cases of nouns means whenever we use nouns in sentences, how these words are used in sentences. So, all these explanations I am going to make in this class. So, you need to listen to me. With the help of the examples, you will come to understand more. And if while explanation, if you are not able to understand, then kindly raise your doubts so that everything would be clear and easier for everyone to move ahead with our improved skill. Understood, students? So let us move ahead with the discussion of the chapter with the definition of nouns. See, because definition is very much more important for us to understand the chapter so that after making our concept clear regarding the definition of nouns, we can move ahead with the further understanding about the chapter. So at first we will understand the definition of nouns. Nouns itself means name. That means nouns are those words that gives us the sense of names of anything. These anything may be the name of persons, places, animals or things. So in general, when we were in class 1, we understood the definition of nouns as the like whenever we asked you all to define nouns, you all said that nouns are the naming words. So naming words, that means naming words means the words that tell us the name of persons, places, animals or things are the nouns. See, we have to improve our definition by saying that, see, nouns are the words that tells us about the nouns are the words that tell us about the name of persons, places, animals or things. Understood? Otherwise, the name of persons, places, animals or things, not only this, but the name of even the ideas, the feelings, the thoughts, that which we cannot express, but that which we cannot see, but we can feel. These kind of feelings are also called nouns. That means name of feelings are also called nouns. That means the name of persons, places, animals, things, and the abstract feelings which cannot be seen but can be felt are called nouns. Understood? So, see, based upon these nouns, these names, what kind of names are there that have been categorized as nouns? Based upon that, what are those names? What are the kinds of those names? To what kinds these names are categorized or belong to? So, depending upon that, so what kind of names are those words which we are taking them as nouns? Depending upon that, we have number one, classification of nouns according to names. What kind of names are those? Okay, as we have told you, names of persons, names of places, persons, places, animals, things, and abstract feelings. Okay, so we have told all these things, but what do we call these all names? What actual name is given to these names that belong to this particular section of name? Like here we have, according to names, we have number one, nouns can be classified into, if you see in your book, there are only 4 kinds of nouns, but here I have written 5 kinds of nouns that are according to names. 1 is proper nouns, 2 is common nouns, 3 is collective nouns, 4 is abstract nouns. These 4 nouns we have already mentioned. If you see your book, you can see there, these 4 nouns are mentioned there. But we have also another type of noun that is called material nouns. Okay, we can also name this noun as the concrete nouns. Okay, so what are all these nouns? We will now define it one by one. Okay, now see here, all these are the names. All these are the classification of nouns based on names. Okay, but we have to find out what kind of names are these classified nouns belong to. Understood? Now see here, proper nouns. As we told you that nouns are the names of persons, places, animals or things. See, among all these names of persons, places, animals or things, if such noun is the name of particular person, places, animal or thing, then it is a proper noun, a special name. Okay, proper nouns are the special name of persons, places, animals or things. Okay. To understand proper noun, we have to understand common nouns also. See, then what are common nouns? Common nouns are those names. If you take one name, it will include all other names or nouns of its kind. But if the same noun has its own particular name, then it is proper noun. We can frame proper noun from common noun. Okay, so we have to understand proper nouns and common nouns simultaneously. Because without common nouns, without understanding common nouns, we cannot understand proper nouns. Common nouns are also the name of persons, places, animals or things. And proper nouns are also the names of persons, places, animals and things. Both the nouns, proper nouns and common nouns, are the names of persons, places, animals or things. But how to identify, how to distinguish proper nouns and common nouns? Understood? See, if I say man, and man is the name of a person, okay? But if I say man, it can be any man. So this noun include or refer to all other noun of its kind. So it is a common noun because it is commonly used for any other noun of its kind. Okay, so we cannot identify this noun as a single one or particular one. So it is common noun. If I say tiger, if I take the name tiger refers to all other tigers of its kind, of its species. Okay. Now, if I say day, it can be any day. So it refers to any days of the week. In the same way, month. If I say month, it refers to any month of the year. Understood? If I say father, it can be anyone's father. If I say mother, it can be anyone's mother. If I say river, it can be any river, because if I say only river, it may refer to any river. Okay. But if we again give these common nouns their own particular name, then it becomes proper nouns. So how to identify proper nouns? First one is, proper nouns are the particular names of persons, places, animals or things. For example, if the name of that man is Sam. So here man is common noun, but Sam is, because Sam, here we are talking about Sam is the only one person, particular man. So Sam is proper noun. If I say Sunday, I am talking about a particular day of a week. So here Sunday is proper noun. Okay. See, if I say tiger is common noun because it can be the tiger of any species. But if I have kept the name of that tiger a particular name, okay, like Moti. If the name of that tiger is Moti, that means that Moti is a name of particular tiger, so it is a proper noun. Okay, in the same way, country, it can be related to any country, it can be the name of any country. Okay, so if I say country can be the name of any country, so it is common noun. But in the same way, if I give a particular name of that country like India, Pakistan, okay, Australia, America, so it becomes a common noun, a proper noun. Like here, if I say man is common noun. In the same way, Sam is proper noun. In the same way, if we say river can be any river, so it is common noun. But if I give this particular name to river like Ganga, it is a proper noun. In the same way, boy is a common noun because it can be any boy. But if I give that name Sanju is the name of a particular boy, so it is proper noun. Okay, like girl can be any girl. Okay, if I say Ritu is a proper noun. In the same way, if we give a particular name to any noun, then it becomes proper noun. Okay, understood? That means to understand proper nouns, we have to understand first common nouns. Because if we give a particular name to common nouns, then they become proper nouns. Okay, like school, it can be any school. For example, if I say Creative Minds International School, St. Joseph's School, these are the proper nouns. Okay, so I hope you have understood common nouns and proper nouns. Now come to collective nouns. Collective nouns are the name given to the collection of common nouns. Common nouns means collection of the name of persons, places, animals or things. If we give a particular name to the collection of or the group of the name of persons, places, animals or things, then this particular word becomes, it refers to the group of persons, places, animals or things. So they are collective nouns. Collective, collection. Collection, group. Okay. So if a name refers to the collection or group of persons, places, animals or things, then that name, we already know nouns are naming words. That means here we are giving name to the group of persons, places, animals or things. So these names, if the names refer to the collection of or the group of persons, places, animals or things, then they are called collective nouns. Like group of people. Group of people in general called crowd. So crowd is the name given to the group of people in general. So they are called, crowd is here collective noun. Crowd is here collective noun. But group of people, the collective noun for the group of people can be different according to how they are grouped or how they are collected and given them a name. Like if the same group of people are collected there in the prayer hall or in the assembly, they are not called the crowd. Okay, they are called, if they are in the assembly, they are called congregation. Okay, so congregation. Congregation is the collective name, collective noun given to the group of people if they are present in the prayer hall, assembly hall. Understood? Otherwise, crowd is the general name if we see any group of people anywhere there. Okay. But in the same way, if that people are the group of doctors, if we are speaking about the people who are doctors, and if you want to refer one name for the group of doctors, it is called a team of doctors. So now the word team is given to the group of doctors, to the group. So here team is a collective noun for the group of doctors, and also for players, team of players, football players, cricket players, volleyball players, any players. Okay, if we give a name for the group of players, it becomes team. So here team is the name or a noun given to the group of players also. So team is a collective noun. Okay, in the same way, we can give a collective name to the collection of name of other things also, like name of animals. Like if you see the group of tigers there, group of lions there, to name those groups of lions or tigers, we have to say pride. So pride is the name given to the group of lions or tigers. So here pride is a collective noun. Understood? In the same way, if you see the group of crows there, birds, crows, so you have to say that a particular name is given to the group of crows, that is murder, M-U-R-D-R, murder. So murder is the collective noun. Collective noun is the name given to the group of crow. So it is a collective noun. Understood? In the same way, like constellation of stars. Stars are also nouns. So if you give a particular name to refer the collection of stars, it is a collective noun. Like constellation refers to the group of nouns. Okay, constellation means not only one noun, one star. Constellation means there are so many stars. A group of stars has been given name constellation. So constellation is a collective noun. Okay, so there are so many collective nouns like a band of musician. Musician refers to the group of persons, but those persons are musician. So here band is the name given to the group of musicians. So band is collective noun. Like gang of thieves. Gang of thieves. Gang is a collective noun. Okay, like eggs. Eggs are also nouns. But if you want to give a particular name to so many eggs which are present in front of you, okay, which you cannot count at once, but there are so many eggs, and you want to give one word for the collection of those eggs, it would be the clutch of eggs. Clutch, C-L-U-T-C-H, clutch. So clutch is the collective noun given to the collection of eggs. Like maps. Maps is also a common noun. But if you see so many maps there, and if you want to give one name to the collection of maps, it is atlas, an atlas of maps. Understood? So collective nouns are the name given to the collection of persons, places, animals or things. That means given to the collection of nouns. Any kinds of nouns, those nouns may be the name of persons, places, animals or things. Understood? So I hope you have understood collective nouns also. I will be giving you more and more examples of collective nouns. Okay, we have to understand, because knowing the name of collective nouns will be very helpful for us if we go to higher classes. Okay. Now abstract nouns. Abstract nouns. Abstract nouns are those nouns. Abstract nouns are those nouns are the names given to the entire feelings, thoughts, ideas which are not visible, which cannot be seen but can be felt. We cannot see them, but we can feel them, that they are there. Understood? Like knowledge we cannot see, wisdom we cannot see, but they are there. Okay, so these are abstract nouns. Happiness, childhood, adulthood, all these are. Sadness, okay, beauty, wonder, anger, hunger, bravery. Okay, so these are the names of qualities, names of feelings. Okay, anxiety or anxiety we can say. Okay, jealousy. Okay, so all these are the names of the feelings that which we cannot see but we can feel their presence. So these are abstract nouns. Beauty. Okay, so I hope you have understood abstract nouns also. So I will be giving you more and more examples of abstract nouns also. Okay, now we will know about material nouns. Material nouns, which were earlier known as concrete nouns. Okay, so we don't have the mention of these nouns in our book, but we have to understand about these nouns. Okay, so material nouns are the name of those things. Those are those names from which the other nouns are made. Okay, like if you see I said school. School. School is a common noun. Okay. But if you see how the school is made, school has used sand, okay, bricks, okay, cement, okay, rod. There are so many things, there are so many materials which have helped these schools to become a big structure. So here, whatever the nouns, whatever the materials we have used, and we also know those materials by their names. So if they have names, then they are also nouns. Okay. So these names of things which help other nouns to come into existence, they are material nouns. Like if I say this is marker. This is marker is common noun. But if I say the company, the name of the company which has made this marker, like Logger. So Logger is proper noun because it is the name of the company which has made this marker. So marker can be any marker. So marker is common noun. But if I say how this marker is made, this marker is made of plastic. So plastic is also the name of thing that has made this marker. Because of which that marker has come to existence. So plastic is material nouns. Okay. See, we have cotton inside it. So cotton is also material noun. Understood? So all those names which help the other nouns to come into existence, to exist, these materials names are material nouns. Like we have, if I say the desk. So how desk is a common noun. Okay, how that desk is made? Desk is made of wood. Okay, nail. Okay, there are so many other. That's iron. So these are material nouns. Irons, nails, wood. These are material nouns because of which this desk has been made. Understood? See, I told you book. Book is a common noun. If any title of that book is there, that title is proper noun. If I say book is common noun. Okay, because it can be any book. But if I say grammar with smile, the name of this book is Grammar with Style. The Grammar with Smile. So grammar with smile is a proper noun because it is the name of a book, our grammar book. Okay. So grammar with smile is a proper noun. Okay. Now this again, if I say how this book has been made. See, this book has been made with papers. So here paper is a material noun. Pages, material noun. Colors, material nouns. Okay. So I hope you have understood the classification of nouns according to names. And I hope you are able to do the related exercises that are based on the classification of nouns according to names. So I hope you are able to do these exercises. Now students, based on the explanation I have made on the classification of nouns according to names, you have to do exercise A, B and C from your book from page number 12, 13 and 14. Page number 12, 13 and 14, just see your book, page number 12, 13 and 14 and do exercises A, B and C. Okay.